Howdy folks, welcome back to Melanson Creek Farm. It's been a while. Took a bit of a break from YouTube, and not just YouTube but social media in general, and just taking a break from the screen, if you know what I mean. Not just creating content, but all of that. We have had an extremely cold and icy, snowy winter so far here in central North Carolina. Definitely not something that we're accustomed to. Every once in a while, we get accumulations like we have this year, but it's been a long time. We had a severe ice storm, probably what's been 3-4 weeks ago, and it laid down a good half an inch of ice and sleet, and then snow on top of that, and then the weekend after that, here where I'm located here in central North Carolina, we had various amounts. I had about 11 inches of snow, and then other parts around close to us had even up to 16 inches of snow. Even the coast of North Carolina had a foot of snow, and that's just unheard of. But yeah, I'm I'm ready to get back in the garden. I'm ready for these warmer temperatures, and here we are today on February 14th, Valentine's Day, and it's about mid 50s out here, so very comfortable here. And I wanted to just bring you a short video just giving you an update on the plans for the garden this spring. So we'll take a walk around right quick and talk about a few things that we're going to be doing this spring. And you can see here, I mean, still got ice that is not melted yet. Here is usually where we plant our lettuces and greens and stuff. Have a hard time keeping the cats out of the garden. They like to do their business here, and that's not the fertilizer I want in my garden. So if you got any ideas of how to keep the cats out of the garden, I'd appreciate that. But over here we done some fall planting of some garlic. So it's overwintered, and all up through here, I gotta get these old pepper plants pulled out, but you can see the garlics are growing good. So we're looking for a pretty good crop of garlic this spring. But yeah, we got to get all these old pepper plants pulled out of here. Got to do some maintenance on the greenhouse. We had some winds come through and just blowed the top portion of the door and that back window out there. So got to get that fixed before we start moving some plants, our seed starters, out here to the garden. That's another project for another video. I got my old mantis out here. Thought about running it through a couple of the beds to loosen up some of the weeds to help pull. But you can see in here where I done a crimson clover cover crop in a lot of my beds. Got plenty of our milk jugs that we're going to do some winter sowing this year. This trellis here that we grew our rattlesnake green beans on last year, we're going to take this and we're doing a crop rotation this year. So we'll talk about that a little more when it comes along, the benefits, the pros, the cons of crop rotation. But we're going to take this down and move it down to one of the lower beds down there, and we're going to do something different with this this trellis here. But you can see some of the cover crop that's in here. So we're going to let that keep growing until we're ready to plant, and then we'll just come through and top it. I got to get these old okras out of here. I just let them grow, just left them alone. But this is the bed that I need to recoup this year. I got to get in here and get all these grasses and weeds out of here, and finish topping this bed back off with our leaf compost that we grow in. You can see plenty of the crimson clover here. I'm not sure if we're going to do a trellis like this year for our Malabar spinach and the one that we had here on the end of this bed for our cucumbers this year, but we'll do something different probably there. Yeah, like I said, this one is staying here. And then over here in our melon patch, last year we just kind of let the grasses grow. You can see uh, where they grew up out of. I'm gonna dig all this up this winter and get all those roots out of here. I figured last year if I just let the grasses grow, that would help with the shading, help protect them, help hide them from the wildlife, but that wasn't the case. I definitely did not have the crop turnout on my melons this past year as I did the year before. So we're going to get in here and clean these beds out. And our strawberries down here are really filled out the bed. I still keep this old bird cloth over it to try to protect it from the deer, because the deer, they just love getting in here and eating this stuff up. But you can see how thick these strawberries are in here. So we're looking for a real good crop of those this spring. And here's that huge marigold plant that I had grew here on the end of this bed. And I just kind of let it just go to seed and let it just stay there. A lot of these seeds, I'm not sure if they're going to be viable, but there's plenty of them in there. I'll probably have a bunch of volunteers growing now that I've done that. You can see the clover cover crop that we planted here, and the deer have just been tearing these beds up. They're keeping them trimmed for me. So this is the other. See, I think we had zucchini in that bed and squash in this bed, but again, we're rotating all these beds out this year. So something new is going to be coming down in these beds. The trellis that we're going to move is going to go down in between these two beds right here. This was our tomato and pepper bed last year. Done real well. Real pleased with that. And we're definitely going to be going back in with some San Marzanos this year. We really enjoyed those, and the sauces, spaghetti sauce and salsa that we made with it, just about running out of that. So definitely we're going to plant some more of that. Just won't be in these beds. Our irrigation, drip irrigation, I've just kind of pulled them out of the beds for now. Was curious about the freezing temps and how that would affect the drip irrigation, but we're going to see how it does this spring, see if we got any leaks. But getting back to the San Marzanos, we're not going to use this PVC type trellis that we built last year. We got something new planned for them, so stay tuned for that. Just a quick video there that I wanted to share with you about some updates in the garden, some things we're going to be doing different. We're going to come in with a different fence system this year. I had originally started putting my posts up last year, never got back around to doing a fence, but so stay tuned for that video. It's going to be a deer deterrent fencing, so see how that one works this year. Definitely got to keep them out now that they've been in here eating these crimson clovers. They know what's in there, so I got to keep them out when it comes springtime for planting. We are going to be planting some different varieties this year. And here, coming up in the next video or so, we're going to be doing our seed starting. So tune in for that. We'll be doing some seed blocking, and I got a couple different things that I'm going to be doing with seed starting this year as well. So stay tuned for that. But again, appreciate you joining us back here at Melancton Creek Farm. We've taken some time off, but I appreciate you watching this video. Hang with us through the rest of this winter as we get ready for our spring planting. We'll see you on the next one, and y'all take care.